Welcome to ClickNaija Online Radio. The program is In and About. In and About is a program that explores the happenings in the FCT, Abuja, the who's and who's live events, biggest occasion, eyewitness reports, and you can also tell us what's happening in your area. My name is Nasir Yunusa, and with me is the Take 7 Media crew, is producers, well-known movie producers. They are Ben Pever, we have Sedoo Kpaaye and Adoo Sesoo-Ami. You're all welcome to ClickNaija Studio.
Thank
you very much.
Thank you for
Yeah,
having us today.
hope you guys are enjoying our environment.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, it's
sure.
cozy.
Yeah, that's the word. Now follow us right now on our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at ClickNaija1. You can hit the subscribe button right away on our YouTube channel at ClickNaija. Now we'll be starting with today. We have the Tech 7 Media crew that will be telling us about the latest documentary in town premiering in few days. That's the ZUZU, A Life of Song. Um, the film that celebrates the success story of Ephraim ZUZU, who has used his unique voice to sing songs that brings about peace in changing the lives of many people in Benue State, in Nigeria, and beyond. I'll be starting with Mr. Ben Pever, the main producer, the ace producer. What inspired you to start this project, ZUZU, A Life of Songs?
Okay, good afternoon. Thanks for having us. What inspired this project? Well, first of all, I'm a filmmaker. I like to tell stories,
Yeah.
fiction and non-fiction. But for this particular documentary, it is a life of songs. Was actually inspired based on the fact that this type of stories need to be told. Yeah, stories about people like this. The man called Ephraim Eyunzuzu, he's a gospel singer. He sings in the NKST church. But his songs, beyond singing in the church, are rooted in culture and tradition, in philosophy and a lot of metaphors and idioms. Something that is relatable to a whole lot of people. And sometimes we tend to look at, people who we call big celebrities, but this man sings locally in his dialect, in his chief dialect, but his songs resonate with a whole lot of people. So I remember when I was in university, I was studying dramaturgy, and I remember that some of the things I was studying were some of the things that this man is already saying in his songs, and this man probably has not even gone to school that much.
Songs were very educated.
Yeah, very educated and very philosophical. So that was when I told myself that one day I was going to do something, to document this man's songs, not just to be seen by TIFF people, but to be seen by every other person.
Okay. Now tell us about the ZUZU himself, the man that inspired your project.
Yes, so Ephraim Eyunzuzu is from Benue State. Like I said earlier on, he's a gospel singer. He sings in his native Tiv language, and he sings in the NKST church in Benue State. NKST is, it's a church that is hugely in Benue, in the FCT, and he's in fact in different parts of Nigeria. So he sings there. He's from Okun local government of Benue State,
And he lived in Benue.
and he lived in Benue State in his village.
Okay.
Yes, so that's the man Ephraim Eyunzuzu. He's just an ordinary guy, just that what he sings is so deep that needs to be documented.
All right. Lovely. So Adoo, I'll come to you now. What's
Alright.
this documentary about?
Okay. Hi everyone. Thank you for clicking into ClickNaija today.
Thank you for coming as well.
Okay. So the documentary, like Ben is saying, is a documentary of this man's life. He has dedicated his life to singing songs that will minister to people. Like we've gone on several other radio stations and TV stations, and people phone in to say, I listened to Ayum's songs and they changed my life, they healed my marriage, they helped me to relate with my children better. Like he ministers when you listen to his songs, you will feel that God is really with us.
Inspiration.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You'll be inspired, you'll be comforted for every situation in everybody's life. When you listen to a youth songs, they try to minister to you as per your particular situation. Now this documentary is to celebrate him, to document his life, his birth, his ministry, and where he is right now. Yeah. By God's grace, he'll be 70 by next year.
Wow.
And he deserves to be celebrated.
Well,
So that's what Take Seven Media has.
that means it's really making impact in the state and even Nigeria as a whole.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Now we wish that people that don't even understand Tig language will get to hear this. That's how come this documentary has been put together, and it's subtitled in English so that other people too can get to appreciate what this man has been doing.
Wow, nice. Sedoo, would you want to add anything to the documentary?
Yes, she has basically captured what is document. As you know, like anything we do in the film industry is basically entertainment, information, education, and all.
Yeah.
So apart from the education that this documentary would give is also for documentation purpose, so that our children's children, the future generations, will know that somebody like this existed. He mustn't be a celebrity, a known name out there to be documented. He deserves to be documented because of the lives he has impacted. Growing up as a child, we listen to his songs. These days I hear some of the songs and I'm like, oh really? Are they by this man? During the process of this documentary in the past 2 years, I've come to know some songs. I've come to realize that a lot of songs I listened to in the past were by him, and they see them everywhere. I was in Jos, schooling in Jos. I used to hear the songs, I wouldn't know it's this man. So
Wow.
he mustn't be that big to be celebrated. So the whole essence of this documentary is to celebrate the man. He is ZUZU.
Now, okay, now let's take with my next question. The Tech7 Media brand is a well-known brand. Yes. What major jobs has the Tech7 Media done?
Okay, the Pixel Media has over the past years produced popular film, TV, and reality TV series and other media contents like commercials and documentaries. Top on the list, the Sons of the Caliphate is on Netflix. Sons of the Caliphate season 2 is on Netflix.
As in the crew.
Yes.
Sedoo and
Exactly.
Sorry for cutting you.
Yes, and then there's Halita season 1 and 2
Halita,
produced by and then we have Rishante season 1 also produced, and then you have movies. Now we have one of our topmost movies is Fourth Republic is on Netflix. It's on Amazon Prime. Yes.
Guys, are you guys listening? Some movies, these are interesting. At least Sons of the Caliphate, Halita, we've watched them. So,
Fourth Republic. And then we have a lot of other jobs that are coming up. This is hopefully will take us to Netflix. Well, we're putting it on Netflix peacefully too. So,
okay.
Other jobs, you should look out for other jobs that are going to be coming to your screen and then on Netflix, in the cinema, from Tech7 Media as well.
All right, Tech7 Media. Well, wait. Are you guys based in Abuja?
Tech7 Media is based in Abuja. It was established since 2014. We are based in Abuja here. We have an office at Adoo.
Okay, this producer. Now, what is the objective of this key ZUZU, the life of songs?
Yeah, okay, so like we were saying before, one of the major things is to celebrate this man, to celebrate the gift that God has given him, to celebrate the fact that he has been able to, sing songs that has brought about healing and happiness and joy and, laughter to a whole lot of people. And then secondly, I love culture. And when you listen to this man's song, he picks from his local community, from his local culture, and elevates that culture in his music.
That Nigerian culture.
That Nigerian culture. And if you know, the rest of the world loves African culture. So he picks from his culture and showcases it. Into his into his music. And so the whole idea of this documentary is to bring all of that into into the documentary so that we can showcase it to
let me quickly add, I love Nigerian music that have culture, particularly sometimes I prefer me, but I prefer the middle. It's not central, like say
Yeah.
song, it's not central.
Yeah.
You don't mind TV music, I love them. I'm Gala, but I prefer
Right,
you
the
serious?
right,
yeah.
yes,
So,
right.
let me go to Adoo. Now, what value do you hope to bring with the documentary of?
Oh, thank you for
Yeah.
asking that question.
Yeah.
Now, when we got onto this job, I was extra zealous about this one because this is going to preserve, like you and I know, it's children of these days. I think we're like the last of the Mohicans. Like children of these days hardly speak their local languages, and there's a problem. The parents are the problem.
Yeah, always
We're usually communicating with children in English language. Now there's been a gut. Children can no longer relate to, like when we were growing up, there used to be quarum in the evenings. We'll have our local
Yeah.
plays and all of that.
And
These
even on
things
TV.
good, even on TV. These things are good. These things are going extinct gradually.
Hmm.
The language culture is going extinct gradually. What Take Seven Media is trying to do with this documentary is trying to preserve, just like Sedoo said earlier, we're trying to preserve culture. We're trying to preserve something that at least we'll put our foot in the sands of time, that we did our bit. We're doing our bit. And we as a people, we are very culture centered people. We love culture. We're trying to preserve tea, language, and culture, music, tradition in our own little way. So this is why we're here. And as you can see, this is ZUZU on our t-shirts here.
Yeah.
We're flying the flag very high.
Yeah.
So come Saturday, hopefully we'll take this out there too.
Yep, Saturday. Come Saturday, 29th
29,
October.
yeah.
Okay. Venue.
The venue is Royal Choice Hotel.
Okay.
Adjacent CBN just shares the same funds with a communal center.
Okay.
Yes.
Now let me come to
Ben.
Ben. But
Ben
what
Pever.
what
Yes.
is missing in our movie industry today, in terms of documentary historical life, like ZUZU. For instance, now we have people like Olu Jacob is going extinct gradually. We see pretty covers, many more actors, Sam Ife and so they are so rest in peace. They've done great jobs. The only thing now we see about some of them is we see social media little hypes and we laugh and we just pray for them. What is missing in our movie industry today?
Yeah, the movie industry in Nigeria is actually growing. I would say that. Looking at back in the day when the industry started, we're not yet there where we need to be in relation to the rest of the world. But it's a process, and I think the industry is on that journey. But beyond that, there are a whole lot of stories that need to be told that we've not yet started telling them. Our to document our history. Movies are a way to document history and preserve the culture and to preserve the life of the people, and we're not yet documenting that pretty much. There are stories like the about women riots. There are stories about Usman Danfodio. There are stories about the Nigerian civil war. All of these type of stories have not been told, have not been documented properly.
Because I have watched one or two movies that have talked about the civil war, like
this.
October 1.
Yes, but it has not been properly. October has not been properly documented. And then apart from there are other languages like the Tiv people, like the Igala people, like the Doma people, like the
We have some
we have not yet started tapping into these areas, into these cultures, and these are cultures that can be sold to Nigerians and to the rest of the world, and I think we need to do that. Then, secondly, I mean, it's good that you mentioned Olu Jacobs. I think this is a documentary that has been done about his life.
Okay.
To soon be out. I saw it somewhere, which we should be doing more of these things. So it's important. Then the other aspect again is that we've not yet started. The culture of documentaries is not yet strong in Nigeria. Probably because most of the documentaries you've seen all the time are not entertaining enough for people to say, okay, I want to go there and sit down and watch something that they're just narrating and talking about, all of that. We need to make our documentaries as entertaining as possible. And I also feel like we need to be showing our documentaries in cinemas, not just in movies. So these are some of the things that are are missing in the Nigerian film industry. But I think it's a process. We're not yet there, but it's a process.
Okay. Now, this movie is being premiered in the FCT, right? Okay. Now, can you tell us about it? Where it's going to go? Where you're going to?
Okay.
Or
Adoo-
like,
Adoo already mentioned that
You need
it
to
is
say
going
it
to
more.
happen.
Yeah,
Yes,
yes,
Adoo already
yes.
mentioned that it was going to happen at Royal Choice Inn Hotel. It is a central area, central business area of Abuja, and it's adjacent CBN.
Okay.
So it's
So what are we expecting when you come there? What are we seeing? Because
You are
we like
coming to
entertainment,
see-
fun, and everything.
It's a
First
celebration.
of all, it's a
Yeah.
celebration. I would
Yeah.
like to mention that it's a celebration in the first place.
Okay.
We are celebrating the man in ZUZU. So, like the vibrant culture of Tea people and our dances.
Are we,
and our
are we,
things.
when we come there, are we going to see
Yeah,
the dance?
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
you're going to see
yeah.
dance,
And come ready to
sing
dance
song,
as
come
well.
ready to
Come
dance.
You're going
I'm
to
going
see
to come
the
there.
swanging.
Right, I'll be there.
You're going to see the swanging, and then most importantly, we're going to premiere the movie.
Okay.
We're going to premiere the documentary, and then the documentary, what you should look out for entertaining. As much as the documentary is in Tiv language, most of the people are interviewed. Zuzu himself speaks Tiv. So some of the interviews are in Tiv, but we'll have a subtitle that will take through. Even all the songs are in Tiv, but like there's a subtitle that drives you, carries everyone along. So even if you do not hear Tiv, you're going to
And it's
follow,
subtitled.
and then
there.
you're going to see Tiv, you're going to
Feel
Yeah.
feel Tiv,
Yeah.
you're going to
And beyond that, so it's not just in Abuja we're doing the premiere.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
premiere is happening in Abuja, it's happening in Makodi,
God.
you know, on the 5th of
5th of
November.
November.
So as we're finishing in Abuja, we're moving to Makodi. That's where the celebration will even go
Ah.
on another level.
Any celebrity coming? Are we expecting any celebrity?
We're expecting a whole lot of
people.
personalities that are going
Red
to be there.
carpet.
Yeah, there's going to be the red carpet,
Yeah.
yes, you know, and all that. Yeah.
Oh, wow. It's going to be fun. It's
Yeah.
going to be, I can imagine. I'm just putting in my head that the fun
That's
is
just a
going to be-
picture.
Yeah.
Try and be there.
I'll be
We
there.
can tell you everything exhaustingly.
Yeah.
Okay. So what else are you would be? What else would be this? Would be premiered? Is it Netflix? Is it coming on Netflix? Is it coming on Showmax? Is there where we can download it online on YouTube? Where can we watch it?
Yeah. Yeah, we're having those conversations. One of our platform we're looking at is also Netflix.
Netflix.
Put it on Netflix so that it can be consumed by, you know, not just Nigeria but the rest of the.
Because
Yeah.
I noticed
Yeah.
foreign people prefer watching traditional movies.
Yeah,
than
so-
what we think foreign, they want to see the our Nigeria.
Yeah.
What is
So
that?
so we're working on that as well. So it goes on Netflix.
Netflix, only Netflix, no.
Possibly
YouTube,
Amazon
Fine.
Prime as well.
Amazon Prime.
Yes. But for now, we're looking at those two. Then we're also going to be sending it to a lot of festivals, so that it will go through the festival route,
Okay.
and all of that. Yeah.
Are you online? Are you guys are online? Do you have a social media handle that people can right away?
Yeah.
Let's go there and see for ourselves. Maybe there's
Yeah.
We
seminar
do.
to-
We do. We have a Facebook page.
Yeah.
It's also an Instagram page.
Please,
It's
can you call the page?
ZUZU,
Okay.
a life of song.
ZUZU, the
Life
life
of
of
song.
song. Oh,
You
sorry.
can follow us on Facebook,
Okay, I think I should
on
have
Instagram.
it. Okay. Please be calling it. Calling it.
ZUZU, a life of songs.
All right.
Oh, interesting.
On Instagram as well.
On Instagram as well.
Same
Calling
thing,
it.
is-
My colleague who did it for us on.
ZUZU, a life of songs.
Okay. I want to whether we have comments. Of course,
Alright.
it's going to be interactive. So then give us more insight of what's going to happen that day, so people will be ready to be there.
Yeah. One important thing that ZUZU himself is going to be there performing live.
Wow. So the
Yes.
TV sons that want to
Yes.
see him, the
Yes.
Nigerians.
Yeah.
It's not TV.
Okay,
It's
not
T
Yeah,
T.
Okay.
Yes. So he's going to be there. He's put together a whole lot of songs that he's going to be performing, and he's also going to be performing songs that nobody has heard before.
All right.
Yeah.
New songs as
New
well.
songs.
Yes, that he's going to be performing.
The event is actually a premiere
Okay.
and a fundraising.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
Mhm.
We're trying to raise funds to
Better the
give
life
to
of-
better the life of Zuzu. You know, he has lived like a Levite. If you know the Bible stories, he has dedicated his life to going from one place to the other, ministering in songs. He's actually an evangelist as well. So you know how this kind of selfless services go.
Yeah.
So the other day someone was asking us, why is it that in the circular world people blow, like it's easy for people to blow? I'm like, well, you can't, you can't just blow as a god. Like it's not like it's impossible,
Yeah.
but you're more contained. You're
Yeah.
not that
Yeah.
out there. So there's just so much you can do as a gospel musician, and particularly a one that is focused on a particular language. So we're trying to put this on the map in the faces of everybody so that people will get to know this part of culture where in Nigeria, and this man particularly he deserves to be like a national award as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a legend. He is a legend.
Definitely. a
And
legend.
then to add to that, like most of what Take 7 is deliberately trying to do, and all of us who are a part of this project, is that we want to project the cultural part of, let's say, the North Central. Like we're trying to bring the North Central into being Tea people, where we happen to be the fourth largest tribe in Nigeria. But like, how much have we tried to project our culture? Are we borrowing from other people? We in the movie industry, we also are deliberately trying to, some of our movies that we produce, you get to see names from Plateau, Nasarawa, Kogi, Benue, we're trying to bring in those names, we're trying to infuse language. When you watch Halita, for instance,
that was my mind.
You notice you hear the middle birds
around. So it's deliberate.
Same thing with Shante.
Because
that's
because
what we're trying to
we've
do.
saturated our industry with other tribes. Like there are other tribes, there are a lot of stories. We're not tapped into the culture.
Yeah. Okay.
We have a lot of ethnic groups in Nigeria. Like, so how many of them are out there? How many of them are trying to showcase their culture?
All right.
ZUZU songs, for instance, when you hear some of it, with our language is similar to, for what Bantuan speakers. So our language is similar to what you have in places like South Africa and thereabouts. So sometimes when you hear the beats, when you hear the rhythm of songs done by Tea people, you get to have that South African Bantuan flavor in it. So it is something that we need to even relate. What route are we coming from? How are we even checking our history?
Yeah.
Are we bringing it to play in our lives? Like, where are our roots?
Yeah.
So this is what we're trying to do deliberately, and then this documentary is a part of that documentation.
All right. So let's take our comments. We have from Jimbo Solomon. Say ZUZU is a living legend.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Then we have Umgo Sen. He said, "Great, my people." Then we have Ioma KJ. She said, "I love Fourth Republic."
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, what love it.
So this is the producer here. Then we have Ioma KJ. So we need to tell stories from the Nigerian perspective instead of waiting for the outside world to do that for us. Kudos to those behind the documentary. She said, "Kudos to you guys."
Thank you so much, Ioma.
I mean, and what she has said is actually very important, because if we don't tell our stories ourselves, others will come and tell our stories, and most times they will tell it
from their own point
of view, and most times we will not agree with them. So we need to be telling our own stories. Yeah,
that's the truth. We need to be telling our own stories. So, what numbers can we find you or reach you guys? If somebody wants to get your tickets or to come to is it open free? Or are we paying tickets?
Oh yeah,
it's free.
It's
Yeah.
free.
It's
It's
free.
free. Well, you come to bless the legend.
Oh,
You come to it's a free event. No,
Okay.
it's not ticketed, but you
Okay.
will come to bless the legend. It's not compulsory,
Yeah.
but this is what we're trying to do. It's a premier fundraising, so that's
It's
that.
free, guys. So just the address again.
Royal Choice Hotel,
Okay, Royal Choice Hotel.
adjacent CBN,
Okay.
just sharing fences with a communal center.
Okay. Very easy to locate. In
Yes.
Abuja, CBN, Economical Center is very easy to
Then
locate.
Royal Choice Hotel is just
And in
right
case
next
you want
door.
to reach,
Okay, yeah, you can reach us on 070
Okay.
123
Okay.
38
Okay.
412.
Okay.
070
Yeah.
123
1, 2, 3,
38
3. Oh, sorry. 3, 8,
412.
4, 1, 2. I'm sure it's
And
it's on the screen.
or
Okay.
070
All right. So 070
39
39
39
39
29
29
32.
32. So I'm sure it's going to be on your screens. You have to reach out to the media crew.
Okay, again 07039392932.
Okay, let me call that again 07039392932. All right, closing remark from the Tech 7 media crew. Let me start with this producer.
Yeah. It is a life of song
Yeah.
is going to be premiered, and it's a time of celebration, and it's time for you to come, be with us, be a part of this big celebration. It's huge. We're expecting a whole lot of people. You'll be surprised the number of people you will see there. So please come around, have fun with us, and let's celebrate the gift of God in the life of this man, Ephraim Eyun ZUZU.
Okay. Sedoo.
Well, what I would say is that we need to come ready to dance. We have a dress code, is black and white. It could be black, it could be white, it could be
A blend
them,
of both.
because we're team and proud. We are very peaceful people with the zebra colors. So come ready to dance and make merry, and then help us to celebrate this man ZUZU. He deserves to be celebrated.
We're going to sing for you before we go.
Yeah, of course. We want to hear that. So, what's your closing remark?
Thank you so very much for having us today. Please support us. We would really love to hear from you, your opinion, and how best we can do what we're doing. It's not just tea, like Sedoo said earlier. There are a whole lot of cultures, particularly in the belt. Particularly in the belt, we're one Nigeria. We love peace. We're peace loving. We're accommodating. We're just doing our bit to protect and document what the Benue people are about, basically, and to preserve this for posterity. And we thank you. We thank Jennifer for having us. We love you. Have a blessed day.
All right. Yes, producer said you want to give us a song.
Go song.
Let's
Torongo song, we Torongo song, to Saulum so. Nakalo TV, where is Abamo? Dosaulu, Timatoya, Onana, Yere, Tabembemo, Tola, Yolemba, Kenge Shamoto, Kenge Shamo, Didi, Uola, Due. Adueke mo shaikege mo wanakiriki kamoda medichana mai. Now imagine that. Y'all need to be there.
Yes,
When you see the legend do his thing.
we have a comment from Ohiane. She said, almost sit down.
Oh, you need to come there. And you need to be there on Saturday.
Right. So, thank you guys for coming to ClickNaija, and thank you for choosing ClickNaija to promote this lovely movie that is coming, or documentary that is coming. Thank you to everyone who joined us live on Facebook and YouTube videos. Our handles are ClickNaija1 and ClickNaija. Please share this video now with someone who needs to be at the premiere. They will thank you later. It's going to be fun on 29th of October. Please don't miss out. Thanks to my supervising producer, Ehi Uhiani. My name is Nasir Yunusa. Stay tuned and stay safe and bye.
Thank you.
Bye.